Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective, and I know I haven't been on in a couple of days because I've had this cloud cover and pretty heavy rain. And today we're getting a little reprieve from the rain, but the cloud cover's still pretty thick. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about a little something while I'm in between raindrops. Get out and stretch my legs. Been a house hermit for the last 3 days, since the last video when I had the only sunny day. That's funny though, because in Florida you get a beautiful sunny day and then you get punished for it for the next 3 days, especially in the wintertime. But anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about both governments. Yes, folks, we have two. Most people don't realize that, but we have two. And the way you can figure out that we have two is because there's one set of rules for us on this half of the government. Then there's a totally separate set of rules for the other half of the government. For example, I was listening to Deb over there at Truthification Chronicles, and she's done a real good report about what we're paying for. And it turns out a Connecticut senator decided to go meet privately with Iranian officials, and he did it on our dime. So we are funding the other government as well as our own. And these people on the other government are being controlled by their president or their dictator, who is Georgie Soros, or Georgie Schwartz, as he is formerly known. He is the dictator that controls the left half of our government. And kind of let you know already which one is right, because of course we're right. But he controls the left. Every time he does something, every time he wants something, he makes a phone call to his little pet Democrats, and they jump. He says jump, they say how high. So he has complete control of that half of our government. And these people are doing foreign relations. They're handling foreign affairs, which is totally outside of their reach. The foreign policy is supposed to be conducted by the president, and the White House, the Foreign Relations Committee, all of these people that are supposed to be handling our foreign affairs are assigned to do so. Foreign policy is dictated by the people in the power in the White House. But we have Nancy Pelosi. A while back, she went and met with the King of Jordan and some other people, probably from Syria, to try to protect their criminal assets over in that part of the world. Come here. Sorry about that. Got my dogs over here. They just found a hole in the fence. How convenient. Anyway, she went over there to meet with them to try to protect her people. And, they're terrorists. They seem to care more about them than they do the American people, because they're the ones that protect their drug money and their trafficking. That covers them on all that. So she went over there to do that. Nothing was done about it. You have John Kerry, who is actually a civilian. He's not even in government anymore, going over and meeting with Iranian officials saying, just give it a little time. This president will be out of here, and you don't have to do what he tells you. Bitch, please. You go ahead and don't do what he tells you, and then he'll make sure your economy collapses around you. But personally, I think intervention in other people's countries is a bunch of bullshit. But if we're going to have it, then we might as well use it the right way. But anyway, so back to the subject. Two governments, and we are in a constant battle. We looked at this video with Caitlin Bennett where the whole school came out and erupted and started throwing stuff at her, and cops were just standing by. Well, I'm getting the feeling that some of these cops are on that other government as well. And I support first responders I support the men in blue, the men in red, the men in uniform. I support all that. And red means Red Star for, if anybody, I'm not communist. It's the firefighters, the first responders, people who get out there and are first on the scene. But I support them all. But I got a real issue with this because you look at Portland, that's a part of the other government. They are one of the states of the other government. And their cops have decided that if you are in the right government, then you are not worthy of their protection. Therefore, they are not part of our government. And this thing brings me full circle to a thing called separatism, where we need to stop letting a massive metropolitan area make the decisions for an entire state. In this state, Florida, we have Miami and we have Broward County, and they seem to be thinking that they can make the decisions for everybody in Florida, and that needs to stop. If they want to have another government, then we need to separate and let them have their other government. We can let them have their urban centers with their liberal policies and isolate them. Let the cities do whatever they want. They can turn themselves into cesspools. But the rest of us will not be dictated by psychotic policy. So separatism is the way to go. Proprietarianism. We need to be constitutional patriots, and we need our own isolated government from the left. When that happens, I think we'll all be a lot better off. If it doesn't happen, though, 2020 is coming. Things are looking pretty hairy as far as the left government is getting more and more aggressive, and the right government is getting more and more pissed. So it's just a matter of time, and we need to be ready for it. And quick note, one of the gentlemen that follows me over on Bitchute, Thorn is his nickname. Thank you, sir. I understand what you were talking about in your letter, and I'm right there with you. I got it, but sent me a $20 bill to go towards the growth of our channel, and I sincerely thank you for that. Anyway, so all this being said, be cautious of it. We've got two governments running, and it's going to pretty soon be you're either with the right government or you're going to get left. So either way. Anyway, that's what I got for now. If you like what I have to say, make sure you hit the subscribe and ring the bell. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. Tell your friends about me. And until next time, y'all, stay in the fight.